Corbett was the first person I ever met from a place called Davis, who brought me here all those years ago. Wasn't it way earlier than '98? Was it the first one? It was the first one. 92. So, as my grandson would say, how come, Grandma, you and Judy didn't turn gray? When my grandson said to me, Grandma, I don't understand it. Grandpa Stu turned gray and you turned blonde. And I thought, I've been asked a lot of tough questions by reporters, but this one, and I thought a long time, and I said, Zach, it's a miracle. Well, it really is, you know. Anyway, here is my latest version of our boxer shorts. And I got to tell you, that's the latest version. The first version of the ugliest thing. So Claire, where are you? You did so much. This is for you. This is my specially designed nightshirt. In the 2010, you'll sleep better at night. And we have a table, which is even easier. Where is our table?
It's right here.
All right, remember, don't leave home without it. So here's the deal. I have, yes? Yes?
I just noticed.
Go ahead.
Art Baggett with the State Water Resources Quality Control Board.
Raise your hand.
But more than that, Art was one of the prime movers and shakers that established the Merced River as federal wild sanctuary. Social services in Yolo County. She carried on the work that Betsy Marchand did. We thank her for that. And it's been extremely tough in the last couple of years. And we're glad you're there. So thank you. And she's married to Cap Thompson.
If anybody else comes, just stop me in the middle.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I don't have a lot of time, folks. I have a half hour and I have a lot to tell you.
Get going.
I started off the way I started before I interrupted myself and gave the gifts, which is to say that Bob and Liz have opened up their home to me so many times. It's like a good luck charm to come here and to be with your friends and the community and everyone that I try very hard to represent each and every day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're in the fight for our lives. And it's amazing that we are in such a fight, but it's understandable. We're going through the worst recession since the Great Depression. The reasons are clear to those of us who follow politics. And I'm going to go through it in 2 minutes. And then I want to talk about non-environmental issues for another 2 minutes, and then we'll talk about the environment. But I think you need to get the big picture. So what happened, as we look back, when George Bush took the keys to the Oval Office is, we not only balanced the budget, the Democrats in the Congress and President Clinton, but we had surpluses as far as the eye could see. And the national debt was going down at such a rate that we honestly thought we wouldn't need any more savings bonds. That's what we were doing. And within just, figuratively, 15 minutes it was gone. And it was gone because we went into an era of huge spending and tax cuts, 2 wars on the credit card, tax breaks to those who didn't need it, to put it mildly, deregulation on steroids, which actually planted the seeds for all the mess on Wall Street. And the mess on Wall Street led to 5 million jobs gone, poof, gone. And the mess on Wall Street led to diminishing of wealth, and we all know that, whether we have some stocks or a lot of stocks, some bonds, a lot. We all know what it is to realize that your home and your investments is suddenly now, not what they were. Thank the Lord for that. We had a crisis when Barack Obama took over. We were bleeding jobs at 700,000 a month. Under Bill Clinton, we had created not only the surpluses and not only the diminishment of the debt going forward was going to be over, but 23 million jobs. Under George Bush, 3 million jobs were created, and he handed over a horrible deficit of over $1 trillion, really, to to President Obama. That was what he was dealt. And of course, all the things that happened since then, unbelievable on this man's plate. We're turning around the ship of state. It's very hard to do it because we're not built to turn fast. You know that. You follow the Senate. You know what it means, even when you had 60 Democrats, some of whom weren't Democrats. So you know how hard this is, so I won't go into it except to say we're now creating jobs. It's not a quick enough pace, but we're moving forward. Okay, so you've got that situation. So I'm in a tough race because the easiest thing to say to people is, I'm an outsider, you know, I never spent a day in Washington in any elected office. By the way, I never voted. She didn't vote. She voted 25% of the time, maybe 20% of the time. But I'm a new, fresh face. Send a message to Washington that we need new. The trouble with it is, she's not new. She wants to go back. It's like handing the keys to the car to the person who drove it into the ditch. And we can't do that because we know what led us into the mess is this deregulation, which is what Fiorina favors and the Republicans favor, the National Republicans. I'm sure you have some here who don't believe that. So what you have is a situation where she wants to bring back the Bush days. Tax breaks to the wealthiest, deregulation, and that's going to solve everything. No Economic Recovery Act, which has already created 150,000 jobs here in the state. You know, no Hire Act, HIRE, that extended the Highway Trust Fund at a higher level, getting people to work, building those transportation systems. You know, also gave tax breaks to companies who give a break, who hire a long-term unemployed person. So on the economic issues and on jobs issues, I'll conclude with this. While I'm breaking my back to create jobs in every way I can, in every way, we have small business plans. Of course, the big way to do it is through clean energy jobs. I'll get to that. Yeah. I'm going to segregate that off for a minute. While I'm doing all that, she wants to repeal AB 32, which is the only way and reason that we have any jobs here. Yeah. Because we're the hub of clean energy. If we didn't have that, we'd be done for here. She wants to repeal that. She opposes any kind of cap on carbon, any kind of price on carbon. She doesn't see it as a job. She says, I'm a jobs killer. She's completely backwards on the point. And she, when she had the chance to create jobs, she did create them. In China! 30,000. That's not good. And by the way, if she were in my stead, she'd create them in China again by not putting a price on carbon. Where do you think all the solar jobs are going? Right now, they're beating us. And the electric cars. They're beating us. Everything. They're beating us to everything because we're so outrageously foolish on the point. Not this community knew that a long time. And Jerry Brown for Solar Cal, and I was on it. That's how I met Judy all those many years ago. Yay, Jerry. So we got quite a ticket going. The two women, we call them Queen Meg and Princess Carly. Princess of Perks. And everywhere they go, they're this queen dressed in the princess dress. It's true. We just have to make the point. You don't buy yourself a seat. This is not what we're not for sale. It's awful what's going on. And that's why I need you. We're having fun. But this is deadly serious. Deadly serious. So, okay. So I'll finish up the non-environmental issues in this way. By telling you that while I got the strong endorsement of Obama, Biden, Nancy Pelosi, everybody, and all the environmentalists and everybody else, Carly Fiorina got the endorsement of, drumroll, Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin said,